We're looking at constitutional crisis and the end of democracy in the face. The people who are responsible for all this are pointing the finger. They've been doing this now for years. It's the same people. And so that's what's going on here. They want to protect every rotten piece of this government, every dollar that's gone out, even overseas, to rotten objectives and purposes. Let me put it to you this way. Have you heard a single Democrat say, you know what, they ought to cut that? I haven't heard that. Has anybody else? Hey, you know, we shouldn't be paying for condoms in Guatemala or whatever the hell we're doing. Have you heard anybody say that? No. But look how she sits there, smug with that permanent constipated look at her face. Hey, no offense. I see what's going on here. Go.
Now, this all has prominent Democrats and many of the nation's top constitutional scholars.
Oh, constitutional scholars. Would that be the same constitutional scholars that said the 14th Amendment states can ban Trump from the ballot? Those constitutional scholars? Would it be the same constitutional scholars who said a president doesn't have immunity? Wow, they were wrong. Would it be the same constitutional scholars that thought the case in New York was a quintessential, beautifully run constitutional case? Those dumb bastards? Is that who you're talking about as constitutional scholars? Go ahead.
Declaring that the U.S. is on the brink of a reckoning. The Trump Justice Department says the president should have the authority to decide how to run the government and that these judges are overreaching. And so as we look
Oh, my God. This guy looks like, remember in the old days, they used to, I don't think they do anymore, not certainly not at the post office that I've read. Remember they used to have the most wanted with the pictures? That's this guy. Does this guy not look like an axe murderer? No offense. Doesn't he look like a guy in a raincoat on the corner, you know, saying, hey, come over here, doesn't he? It's a senator. And look how serious he is. But listen to the question and the setup. They haven't even gotten to this jackass yet. Her. She's supposed to be reported. She's no Edward R. Murrow, I can tell you that. She's no Edward R. Murrow in a dress with a wig. She's not even that. Go.
The developments that have happened in the last 48 hours, what are your concerns?
Oh, what a now, listen, the guy's a bastard. He's look what he's done to our government. He's shredding the Constitution. What are your concerns? And she brings in one of the most despicable excuses for a senator. Go ahead.
About this moment that we're at with the courts, with the president, and with this suggestion from two of his top advisors that maybe they defy the court's rulings.
You know, like Biden. Go ahead. Yeah, by the way, that's not what Elon Musk said. You know, these people are such liars. He used the word legitimate. Even some of the left-wing professors who I saw in some of the left-wing media said, Elon Musk didn't say that Trump could violate a court order. He was talking about legitimate court orders. He used the word legitimate. That's what they said in defense of Elon Musk and J.D. Vance. But even she won't bring herself to do that. So they bring in this guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, I mean, this isn't hyperbole to say that we are staring the death of democracy in the eyes right now.
We're staring at the death of democracy in the eyes. It's not hyperbole, mind you. It's not right. I mean, what happened to Hitler? Oh, we'll get back to him, don't worry. And all his neo-Nazi followers. It's not hyperbole here. The very party that hates the Constitution, the very party that wants to pack the Supreme Court, the very party that has defied every immigration law we've ever had in order to change, or as the New York Times put it, to reshape the electorate. The very party that doesn't believe in voter ID, that is busy harvesting votes in order to try and win elections after the fact. That party, the very party that wants to destroy the Supreme Court and its independence and pack the court, that party, the party that embraces CRT, DEI, ESG, and all the rest of the crap, which undermines completely our constitutional order, that trashes the men who wrote the Constitution, who ratified the Constitution, just dismisses them all as white supremacist slaveholders, when the vast majority of them, certainly in the States, didn't own slaves when they were ratifying the Constitution. Last time I checked, in New England, in Pennsylvania, in New Jersey, but what do I know? In his own home state of Connecticut. We're looking right in the eye. This is sick. This is sabotage. They were never going to let Trump be Trump. If they take the House, they're going to try and impeach him. We have to hold the House. We have to hold the Senate. In the next round, the Democrats are in a much better position in terms of the numbers. We're going to have to fight. But they also know the first 100 days of a presidency are critical. Trump knows it too. That's why he's on fire and he's moving as fast as he can. This is more lawfare. They used lawfare in 2020 to change the election rules in critical states in order to take that election, steal it, some might say. They tried to do it again, but luckily the RNC, Lara Trump and the others were ready for it. They're using lawfare again to try and take out lawyers who dare to represent Donald Trump in these various cases. They've tried to do that. They're trying to use lawyers right now, as they use lawyers to try and take out Donald Trump. They're trying to use lawyers now to destroy his agenda. And they say, we're looking at constitutional crisis and the end of democracy in the face. The people who are responsible for all this are pointing the finger. They've been doing this now for years. It's the same people. And so that's what's going on here. They want to protect every rotten piece of this government, every dollar that's gone out, even overseas, to rotten objectives and purposes. Let me put it to you this way. Have you heard a single Democrat say, you know what, they ought to cut that? I haven't heard that. Has anybody else? Hey, you know, we shouldn't be paying for condoms in Guatemala or whatever the hell we're doing. Have you heard anybody say that? No. Well, we're going to be at this a long time because I'm going to fight it tooth and nail, because for once we have an opportunity to really shrink the size of government, to get some aspects of it under control, to protect our children and grandchildren and generations yet born from what we're doing. This is a battle not between Democrats and Republicans, not between elites and the working class, as some of the populists would have you believe. This is a battle between the ruling class and the rest of us. The ruling class in Washington, D.C., the ruling class and their surrogates in the media. This is a battle between them and us. The election was between them and us. And this battle goes on because the battle to preserve liberty is not a battle that's won. It's a battle that has to be fought each and every day.
For all this and much more, sign up for Levin TV.